Alright, y'all, it's your boy Smilez, and we back for another episode of the Music Impulse. On this episode, I got my man Mac Roni in the building. How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good, bro. Appreciate you having me, Smilez.
Yes. Thank you for joining me on this another episode of the Music Impulse. You know, we knew vibes, knew everything in 2025.
Yes,
you know, we upgrading and everything.
Yep.
I know we've been talking about doing this for a minute.
Yeah.
So, first off, how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good, man. I'm staying busy, staying in the creative space. So when I'm in the creative space, I'm more in that, I guess you would call that a happy place.
That's good. You definitely been staying busy. I was checking out your videos. You didn't drop like 4 or 5 videos in like 3 months. Yeah. You didn't drop like a single like every month too. Yeah. I was like, okay, my guy been at it.
Yeah, I think that's the only way. That's the only way to keep the noise out. Just keep going.
Yeah, because I was really liking. I saw on one of the videos someone from Ghana had checked out the video.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I'm starting to get a lot of people from all over Poland. So shout out to those people in Poland, Austria, Australia, all type of different places. I've been getting Japan.
Okay.
So it's been a lot of different.
That's how you start getting like the bookings and stuff, because they're gonna be over there speaking whatever languages and they continents and countries, like Mac Roni.
Yeah. So I think that's this guy named Zeb. He's a snowboarder. I said skateboarder. He's a snowboarder, and he was the first black man to win a snowboard, in the X Games snowboard competition.
Okay.
He does a knuckle huck. And I made a song called Zeb.
Yeah, the Nightfall joint. Yeah.
And thanks to him, he reposted it. Okay. And man, he's just been showing me love. And everybody that, I guess they just came over from there. They're from all over. So I was like, man, I love that, man.
Let's talk about that. How'd you come up with that, and like, what made you want to like name it after him? Or are you like a hockey fan, or what was it with that?
Well, snowboarding, the X Games to me is I come up playing Tony Hawk and stuff like that.
Oh, so yeah, I used to love that game.
I love BMX and X Games stuff, but one random night I was just up watching the Olympics. Okay, and it was the Winter Olympics, and it happened to be the knuckle huck. Was they going off this cliff and, and he did his thing, man. He did his thing so good. I was like, damn, he's flipping, turning. I was like, wow. So he kind of inspired me ever since then I started, following his movement. Okay. And, he just inspires me. Athletes inspire me a lot, like I say. So that's been a dope thing. So I just watch his stuff, and the beat gave me that type of vibe, and shoot, just threw it in there like Zeb. Like reminded me of his style. His style is real smooth. And, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's effortless. Everything he does is effortless. He just got to deal with Jordan.
Oh,
now he's a Jordan. He's a part of the Jordan brand. So shout out to Zeb. Okay. Congratulations on that, man. I congratulate him. He still responds like, yeah, appreciate it, bro. Keep going.
You never know. He might need to use your stuff for like a commercial or something like that.
I'm going to pull up on him and shoot the video. Right. The official video for that.
Yeah, just like get some shots of him like doing his thing and all that. Maybe like y'all
pull
kicking
up on him. I'm going to see his schedule this year, and I'm going to pull up on him and shoot that video for sure. So
oh, yeah. You definitely got to
be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely got to do that. Yeah. But I definitely want to go back a little bit. Met you a few years ago at one of your somewhere in Texas events. Yes. Talk a little bit about that, and then I know like recently, the last couple of years or so, you've branded it out to the clothing brand and everything. So talk about like creating somewhere in Texas, and then I know you like that. You had the album, which was fire, and then again like creating the brand and all that with the clothing and all that.
Yeah. Somewhere in Texas just started out as an idea. I always think of different ideas, like different names, titles. I used to write like stories and like smaller scripts and stuff like that. So Somewhere in Texas was about to be something like that, but it ended up being a project that I worked on. And I still want to do some more stuff to it. I still want to do like maybe a little series or something like that to it.
Yeah.
But it all started like that, and it's just my love for Texas, man. I always say somewhere in Texas, you don't have to be from Texas to be somewhere in Texas, and you don't have to be in Texas to be like, man, I feel like I'm somewhere in Texas. Like you go to Cali, you might go to a barbecue spot. You know, they sell Texas barbecue everywhere. You feel somewhere in Texas.
Yeah.
So it just goes from the mental to the actual physical. To me, you know, Texas is the blue bonnets. That's like the physical, but the smell, like Texas smells different. Like people don't know, like I used to stay in Illinois and I used to love the smell when I got to Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different smell. So it's just my affinity for Texas and everything Texas, from the music to the culture, to the people. My people originate from East Texas, Pittsburgh, Texas.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to Pittsburgh, Texas. And it just makes me think of stuff like that, man, you know.
Oh, yeah, because I know since I moved here January 2011. Yeah. You know, first I was like, I'm only going to be here like a couple of years, you know, like maybe like 1-2 years right after college. Because my parents were just like, hey, you know, if you're going to move somewhere, go somewhere where you know somebody and you can like lean on. Because I just graduated college. They're like, you ain't ready just to jump off the porch fully like that. Like at least go somewhere where you can get used to like living on your own. Because my sister's been down here probably like 22, 23 years. Wow. Which, ever since, you know, she had my niece, and then one of my best friends from high school, her and her family have lived in Mesquite since like 2006 or something like that. Like right after we graduated high school. So I came down here, lived with my best friend for a couple of years, and then like about 2-3 years in, I was in a relationship. So at the time I was like, you know about that plan, you know. I'm kind of in love right now. Then, you know, that didn't last, but by the time that was over, I was just like, I love Texas. Yeah. And then I had just like when we broke up, I was just starting the podcast. Yeah. So I was like, no, I'm kind of like making my way with this podcasting thing. I was like, I'm starting to meet people, meet artists, meet other podcasters. Think I'm gonna do this. And now
Texas,
15 years later, I'm like, hey.
It's a lot of people that come out here and they end up staying, and it made me kind of, you know, bring the clothing into it. And I just wanted to keep it simple. Like I got the Blue Bonnet collection out right now. Yeah. As you see, is the Blue Bonnet. You know, my girlfriend Jasmine, I gave her an idea and she made her, she's an artist. So you see like the hearts inside of it.
Oh, okay.
And make up the petals and stuff like that. This is for you, as a matter of fact. This is for you. So I just wanted to bring you a hat.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I got different, like, there's different things that remind me of Texas. One of them is the Blue Bonnet, and they're out right now. So March, April, you'll see the Blue Bonnets made, and then start going away and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I remember when I first moved here, it's like seeing people like post. I'm like, oh, this Blue Bonnet thing is like a lot of girls, like especially like the ones with like kids. It's like I would see them post pictures. I still see it like every year. Like I remember one of my homeboys, girl, she was like, no, she's like, I look forward to every year for the Blue Bonnet so I can go take pictures.
Yeah, and if you go to Ennis, Texas, that's where you'll see so many Blue Bonnets. And they even have like a park dedicated with all the Blue Bonnets. They just had a Blue Bonnet festival. Oh, I missed it because I had so much going on, but I wanted to make it. But yeah, if you go to Ennis, Blue Bonnets.
Okay. Definitely gonna have to check that out.
And you can get the merch from somewherintexas.com, somewherintx.com. And right now I just got hats, but soon I'll be having stuff for your home, like little rug, like small, like, you know, 3-foot rugs. I'm about to get that in the process. So I want to, you know,
because I feel like these can really well, like how like them Dallas hats, the upside down. I feel like the Somewhere in Texas like brand could really blow, because even if they don't associate it with you, it's just like,
yeah, I don't. They don't have to associate it. And that was the thing about Somewhere in Texas, why I created it, because it's not really about me. It's about Texas, you know, Somewhere in Texas, and anybody can wear it. You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to be from it. you can just be in Texas and be like, I'm somewhere in Texas.
Because I remember like when they first started popping up, I was working at the Cowboys warehouse, and so it was just like seeing like the people around the team and all that or whatever here. Because I remember one of my homies was like, oh no, he was like, I know the guy that like makes those hats. Yeah. And then, you know, now years later, it's like you can't go nowhere without seeing one of those hats.
Yeah, the Dallas, So, I think I just wanted it for the whole Texas, you know. Yeah, because, you know, people got the Dallas and the Houston and the Austin and, you know, something that we can all unify, come together and be like, you know, somewhere in Texas.
Yeah, that's dope. Especially like you start doing brands like maybe you put like whatever represents Houston maybe on the hat or something that represents Austin or whatever on the hat.
There's so many things that represent Texas. The State Fair. Yeah. You know, so there's so many things that I got coming. You can
make like a big text like.
Man, so many things I got coming. I'm not going to say it, but there's so many things that represent Texas that I'm going to have different collections of, but this is the first collection, the OG collection, the Blue Bonnet collection. So
definitely can see that blowing up. But you know, to get back to the music, you know, we recently got the Shower, got the Fuck With Me, you got Zeb Nightfall, you got was it Huffy?
Huffy,
I love the video because it's like they simple but still dope. Because I realized it's like kind of like mainly like one shot or like one scene, but like it might be like one or two other like little scenes, but it was like you hype enough and you got the scene going. It's like you don't really realize. You like, hold on, I didn't really realize like he never actually. I didn't go nowhere. He never left from this one room or like the with the shower. I was like, he never left like this one space at this car wash.
Nope. So we trying to make. And that's creative. That's the creativity and the people I'm working with now. Mm-hmm. We're able to bring that out in the video. You know, back then we was trying to, I need to go 4 different spaces, and that takes about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, and nobody's in their creative mind mode for like 4 or 5 hours straight. You know, it gets boring. It's not fun. These videos now like 2 hours. And we're having fun, we're creating, we're able to, okay, now get this part right here. Now move it, now pan it this way, you know. So shout out to Bender Imagery, Matthew, for shooting this last one, and shout out to Stack Moses, and shout out to Brandy for helping me put this last one together, the shower video. Mm-hmm. You know, she casted it and got the location for me, and you know, it's good working with creatives that really nerd out about what they love to do. And that's why I like you too, because you really nerd out about what you love to do. Yeah. You know, and that's all I've ever wanted. And now I'm able to connect with those type of people, and you see a lot of stuff is just getting done, you know?
Yeah, because I've seen you've been doing like a lot of shows and everything. And I see you've been doing a lot of stuff with Mecca. Like I see he was in the shower video, and then he was like,
shout out to Mecca Jackson, Creators Don't Die, the venue that's been supporting. And
then he was in one of the other videos. I think, was it the Huffy video where y'all with the white with the
he's in the Huffy video too. Yeah. He'll be in all the videos if he's available, you know. He's always supporting the cause. You know, we started in this stuff together, and we just been rocking ever since, man. And but Shower was probably the most fun video shoot, and I think it's the best one so far. Yeah, but I got some more coming, and I just want to keep it going. I got a couple more coming. I'm trying to just keep it flowing, keep the creativity going, you know, keep people around me that are motivated to, you know, make music and stuff like that. And whatever their art is, you know, we can all come together and make a beautiful piece of art. So shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Mecca, shout out to Matthew, shout out to Creative Clothing, Publicity Stuff that
I see you've been doing a lot of publicity stuff.
Yes, they've been putting on the shows and stuff like that. And I just did a show, Houston and Austin with Jay Worthy. Okay. So we was on that Houston and Austin leg of his tour. Shout out to Mecca for putting me on with that. And I'll be back in Austin this weekend for Drinko de Mayo. It's on 6th Street. Shout out to Rap Hippie out there in Austin, man, that's been putting on. He's a dope artist, man. Okay. This is guy, his name Rap Hippie, Hispanic guy, Mexican guy, man. And, you know, he's just we connected, and he's been inviting me out. I was just out there last week, and I'm back out there again on 6th Street, so I'm just trying to stay busy. Like I said, connect with people that really love what they're doing. Yes. And that makes the difference in the world, man. When people really love what they're doing and they're not just doing it for the fame or they really love their craft, and their art.
Like you can tell the passion of it.
Yeah.
Randomly, I thought about how you said like the Mexican artist. I was thinking about Mexican OT is on the Flow Rider track.
Yeah, he got a song with Rap Hippie got a song with Mexican OT too. So
because I saw the video the other day and I was like, oh, he on a Flow Rider track. I was like, yeah, he's out of here. Yeah,
Flow Rider. People sleep on Flow Rider when he was out, man. Flow Rider was coming with hits.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Hit. Yeah, if I had a Flow Rider career, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I was
Let me get there to the Flow Rider career. He went straight popping.
Yeah, that's why I said.
I didn't know Mexican OT got a song with Flow Rider. I didn't hear it.
It just dropped on Friday.
See, I haven't been tapped in. I've been in a whole different world, but dang, that's cool. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, because I only know since I follow him, Mexican OT on Instagram.
Oh,
and I was like, what's the song? And I clicked up. I'm like, who's this person? Because it's not. I think his Flow Rider's Twitter, Instagram name was Official Flow. So I'm like, oh, who's Official Flow? Because all he did was for the video was put his verse on it. So I'm like, oh, let me see who's Official Flow. And I'm like, oh, Flow Rider.
Yeah, he gone. Yeah, Max OT said he gone. He said, I'm gonna forget this.
I was like, oh yeah, he got a pop song.
He said, I'm going. Bye.
Yeah, I was like, he's out of there. I was like, especially if it really take off and Flow Rider bring him out for like some shows or something like that.
He is. That's a whole different crowd, and that's smart.
Yeah, I was like, yep, he's out of here now.
That's smart.
But I consider you part of like this new Dallas movement, and even though you've been doing it for a while, just want to know, like, what do you think about this new Dallas movement? Like, we just had what's my man? He just signed to Yo Gotti.
And that's the thing. I don't know. I don't want to mess up people's names, but shout out to all of them. I think it's Zillion. It starts Zillion.
Yeah, Zillion.
Yeah, shout out to him, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's big. I love the new Dallas movement, man. I feel like this is what Dallas needs, and I support them. And whenever I get a chance to even create a platform for them or any other upcoming ones, I've been on the scene creating a platform for artists, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I got some new stuff in the works as well too.
Yeah, because that's actually how I met you, was going to one of your events and supported some other artists that were on the show bill, and I was like, oh, and then because I remember like talking to you at the beginning of it, and then not really knowing like you was an artist, and then it was like at the end you got on the stage, I was like, hold on, wait. He raps?
Yeah, and that's been my whole thing. Just like I've always wanted to, support the arts. Mm-hmm. Whether it been art, because I've done events, with different art vendors, painters, photographers, cinematographers. Shout out to those that have moved up in the process. Creative directors, and that's all I've been about.
Yeah, I was like, you really support all the arts.
Yeah, supporting the art. So, yeah, like I said, bringing the city together like that with the new Dallas movement, I think that's dope. I don't know every name of those guys, but, shout out to them. I just been so in my own world, but I've, I'm listening. I still got my ear to the streets. I still know what's going on. I just don't have every name that's popping right now, but shout out to them, man. I think that's what Dallas needs. I'm from Cedar Hill, and I rep Cedar Hill strong, in Pittsburgh, Texas. But shout out to the city, man. The city needed this. It needs that healing, because at one point, it was more like a Chicago type thing, a Chirac type of vibe coming from the city. And now they're doing it how Dallas really is. Dallas is a city where people really show love. When people come from other cities, like my people on my mother's side from Illinois, when they come down here, they say, y'all are so nice and y'all talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, up north, they mean.
Yeah.
And we were kind of having that spirit of what they got going on up there. But we're really good people out here. You know what I'm saying? So we like to help people. It's people that'll sit there and help you, you know, unlock your car if you lock your keys in your car. I done did that twice and had the whole damn parking lot helping me out. So that's what Texas is all about. And that's what Dallas is about. And I'm glad that it's finally, you know, people are finally like getting out of that mindset, that crabs in a barrel mindset, and starting to support each other. Even if it's showing up to, you know, each other video shoots or whatever they got going on, shows, you know, let's keep that going, Dallas, you know.
Yeah, like I even seen, I don't know the name of the song a while ago, but I know, like I saw The Road got like a new video or a song. Yeah. It's like him and like 3 or 4 other like Dallas artists. I know Erica Banks was one of them, but it was like 2 or 3 like other rappers that are like kind of like well known in the city. And I'm like,
that's dope. That's what you're supposed to do.
I was like, yes. I was like, I love to see
like
this.
I said, I got some stuff coming up for the upcoming Dallas artists, and it's gonna be dope. And it's gonna be nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it, and nobody probably is ever gonna be doing it because we're gonna be doing it. And it's gonna put the, you know, things in perspective, and we really want to help the upcoming artists, you know. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to New Dallas. Yeah.
That's dope. And then to kind of go back with, you know, you've been dropping all the videos and songs and everything, being consistent. Can you speak about like, you know, the importance of the consistency and also like being on social media and all that?
Consistency, yeah. That's been my word of the day every day since last year. It's like, man, you got to be consistent. There was a lot of times where I would create and then I sit back and watch and see if people react to it, you know. But what that does is you get out of your creative mode, then you find yourself getting into a slump, you know, or you might find yourself saying, well, they're not reacting to this like I thought they was going to react to it, you know, and then it kind of discourages you from, you know, creating. Now I just keep creating.
Yeah, that's
just keep creating.
Because that's supposed to be, that's my word for this year too, is consistency. Because it was like, hey, I need to be consistent in like all facets of my life.
People will go back. Yeah, people will go back. If they ain't hear that one, well, they gonna hear this one, and they might go back and listen to the other one that you feel like they didn't listen to. You know, so
yeah, because look at artists like Russ and La Russell, like both of them, like you gotta keep dropping songs.
Build your catalog up, man. Build it up. Keep going, and that's all I'm trying to do, man. I got so much music that it's crazy that I've never been in this space, and I'm happy to be in this space. And social media, when you're really out here, it's easy to be on social media. You got so much content and stuff to do, you know. Back then, I didn't have much. I had movement and motion, but like I said, I would sit back for a while. But now that I'm just constantly out here, I'm constantly in the mix, doing shows, doing stuff like that. It's easy to create content, and it's easy to get a following when you actually able to touch the people and reach the people. And with my brand, has been making it a lot easier too, because I don't have to be like, you know, the brand, I could be making money where I'm going, you know? So it's better when you got something going on instead of like, hey, I'm a rapper and this and that. I'm a brand. You know, I'm an artist, but I'm a brand, and you know, that's how I've been trying to approach it.
Yeah, like I know one of my homies with his podcast. Shout out to my guy Dub with Embrace the Turn Up. Before he even dropped the episodes, he was promoting like the Embrace the Turn Up brand, and because he was still back in our college town, and you know, college kids just love. That's
what college is it?
Bowling Green State University.
Bowling Green, that's Illinois.
Ohio.
Oh, that's Ohio, Midwest.
Shout out to the Falcons. Roll along. We just got a new coach. My man Eddie George is now the coach of the football team.
What? Yeah. That was one of my favorite running backs, Tennessee Titans, man. Yeah. Ohio State. He went to Ohio State too, so that makes sense.
And he got a bunch of black coaches as like his like different coaches and stuff. I was like, oh, I can't wait.
He was at a black college at first, right?
Yeah.
And now he's at Bowling Green State. Wow.
Yeah. So I was like,
because it's a Bowling Green and then there's a Bowling Green State, or is it just a Bowling Green?
I know there's a Bowling Green, Kentucky, and then Bowling Green, Ohio.
Okay.
It's like right on the outside outskirts of Ohio, like near like Toledo, Ohio. Like a lot of people from Detroit, like my boy Lo. That's where I met him at Bowling Green. Oh, we both went to college there.
We gonna have to go out there, man. We gonna have to take a trip out there to Bowling Green, man.
Yeah, so like Eddie George is the new football coach. I'm excited to see what they do.
That's dope. That's really dope.
Especially over the next couple of years, if he can keep building.
I think he'll be able to. Eddie George is a legend.
Yeah.
To me, he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm not sure if he got his jacket yet.
Yeah, maybe I'm not sure.
But he was a man. You're talking about a beast. He's gonna do a great job recruiting, and soon you'll see Bowling Green rising up. You know, like Deion did with Colorado. So
yeah, that's
dope.
That's
dope.
I'm hoping to see all that.
Yeah.
But you know, again, we're talking about like the music and everything. What's some things you've learned from just doing like all these performances, like doing the live performances, and like what are some things you've learned, not only about yourself, but just like in general of like performing live?
Performing live, what have I learned? I've learned to actually, because, okay, there's certain songs that you enjoy performing, and there's certain songs that you just perform because you got to single out and stuff like that. I've kind of learned to make songs, and when I'm making a song, I want to enjoy performing it as well. So that's why you hear songs like Shower and Huffy and stuff like that. I think I've also learned not to just be like, I used to be jumping up and down, yelling and stuff like that. I'm learning the voice control now. I'm able to work the crowds, walk over there without gassing out and stuff like that. But I think that's what I've learned, performing and stuff like that.
Which again, like I can tell that from the videos.
Yeah.
This is like you work the screen, working the crowd just from again the video, and even if you in just one location, it's like you control it. And you're like, I know how to move around and sit.
It's become like it's like a step, 1-2 step now. It's to where like it's an art. It's an art to that, and you really got to lock into that art too. See, people think music is just about, I'm just making a song in the studio. That's one part of it, writing it. That's one art. Then performing it in the studio is a whole nother art. Then performing it in front of people is a whole nother art in itself. So it's just, fall in love with the process of all of it,
Also, I wanted to talk about what have been some of your challenges over the last few years, I guess, with the music. Any like more personal or more just like music business wise, or just like the struggles of just being in Dallas or anything,
I think Dallas is dope. It's just staying motivated and what they call blocking out the noise.
Yeah,
that's always been my struggle, blocking out the noise, because sometimes the noise comes from people you love. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, you're doing this, and most of the people that you love have no idea how to make it in the music industry. Nor do they even know what making it is in the music industry, or what that you just enjoy making music. A lot of people don't have passions, Sometimes their passion may be their family. They're raising their kids and stuff like that. But this is a passion. So you kind of got to drown. I learned to drown out that noise, but before it used to bother me to hear the noise, But now it's like, I don't even hear anything. I appreciate, people's opinions and stuff like that. But when you are artist, you got to kind of block that out, Don't. A lot of times when you're walking a path that nobody has walked, a lot of people are going to say things and have opinions, and even other artists, or, you may feel like, oh, you're supposed to be here, or you're supposed to be doing this. You have your idea of success. Every day you're doing what you love is success. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I've learned, and I had to kind of overcome as far as, that. But other than that, man, just being consistent was a hard thing too. But that's because you're listening to the noise, you know, and you're not really, you're in your head, you listening over here, and then you kind of, you know, well, just keep going, you know.
Yeah, that's been. Kind of one of the things I've been learning, you know, thanks to my guy Lo getting on me and kind of just like encouraging me. It was just like blocking out, not only like the noise, but just all the stuff that could, like he was like, hey, stop listening to all these podcasts. Like, so like that's one thing I was
stop
like,
listening. I don't listen to like all these artists. That's why like he was telling me about New Dallas, and I see it, but I can't listen to people like that no more, you know?
Yeah, like recently I stopped following the Joe Budden podcast. I don't follow Joe Budden on Instagram no more. I don't follow the podcast.
I don't follow rappers either. That's crazy. Yeah.
I was like, because that was mainly like the main podcast I would listen to a lot. Yeah. And
so you start comparing yourself.
Yeah, and then trying to like incorporate his style or like his stuff into what I'm doing. I was like, yeah, like let me stop. So now I was like, I'm listening to audiobooks, or like if it's a podcast, like now because my girl listens to like the true crime podcast, so I listen to
that's
a lot of those now lately. One podcast I listen to, they talk about politics. Is like that just helps me learn about like what's going on because I'm not into politics, but just keeps me like abreast of like what's going on. And then really sports wise, I listen to the Pivot because I love hearing athlete stories. But other than that, it's like
the Pivot,
I'm not really listening to like no music podcasts no more like I used to. Like
that's like me. I don't really listen to new artists, no new music. I listen. It's crazy. I'll be listening to jazz or the lo-fi stuff, or maybe some stuff I grew up off of, or just older '90s music, early 2000s and stuff like that. But even then, I sometimes listen to jazz.
Yeah,
you know.
Did you hear the Juicy J Jazz album?
Man, you know what? The homie Mecca, he put me on some of that, and it was
Yeah, I listened to it basically off of just like back then. I'm like, Juicy J is dope. I was like, let me see what he did, and I was like, this is actually pretty fire.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah, I was like, so yeah, shout out to
because he always used a lot of samples and stuff like that. So I know he has some kind of mind to do something like that. So
yeah, like that was one of my favorite albums from last year, just because it was different. I was like,
it was, yeah.
Because it even got me hip to just when we listened to a chick named Samara Joy. She was like a jazz artist, black chick. So and I started listening to her. It's like she had an album last year, and I was like, and it just came from me listening to Juicy J, and then like, you know, the algorithm went to another song. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Cause I thought she was like older, but then I was looking, I'm like, oh, she's like a young chick, like doing jazz. And I was like, then I saw she had dropped the album, listened to her album. I was like, I really liked the album. I was like, she was doing all that scat and
a lot of these young dudes using jazz beats now. It's starting to be a movement with young dudes kind of using that jazz. They throwing their little, 1-2 on it. But yeah. We got to get back to our roots, man.
Yeah, because hey, we created all the music.
Yeah.
Yes.
We gotta get back to our roots, man.
I mean, if you've seen Sinners, people,
Yeah, I just saw it this past weekend. Good movie,
I saw it Saturday myself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's when I saw it too. That's great. Where you go see it at?
At the AMC over there in the little plaza. There in Addison.
Okay. Yeah. I went to North Park and saw it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I actually work at North Park.
Oh really?
Yeah, I work overnight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I go in at midnight.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you saw it late at night, you probably.
I saw it. I caught a matinee. It was like 12 something.
Okay, yeah, in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, because when folks be letting out at night, with 12, 1 a.m., I'm one of the ones like walking around the mall making sure everybody get out like, okay, movie's over. Like,
yeah, get up out of here.
The mall is closed.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been here for a few months.
Smile. Yeah, security.
Yep, doing my thing till I find the next thing.
Yep.
You gotta do what you gotta do to help take care of the household.
Man, look, I already know.
Even speaking about all that, family and taking care of the household, me and you have talked offline about having to balance, life and family, relationships, our careers, our passions. How do you do it? Especially like you said your girl designed the Summer in Texas hat with the blue bonds. How do you balance all that and even just coming with the idea of incorporating your girl into this stuff?
Yeah, luckily, I have somebody that supports what I'm doing, so I think it always makes it easier. But it's hard to balance life when you just dead set on just creating, because it's a selfish thing. It's one of those things like.
That's why I've had to learn over the last couple of years, just being more intentional about, especially my girl definitely helps out with that, because she was like, when we gonna hang out with your sister, or hey, what about your friends? Like even like my friend I used to live with before her, she literally told me recently, was like, when last time you talked to him? Yeah. How's he doing? I'm like, you need to make some time for him. So like, I hit him up like that day, like, hey bro, like what's good? Like, so we're gonna go see Thunderbolts together for like his birthday. And I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, you need to make sure it's like you checking on your friends and your family and like talk to them.
Luckily, I've always been the person that reaches out to family and friends and stuff like that. So that's really how I stay creative too, just talking to people, and that inspires me a lot too, just listening to regular conversations and, I always call. I'm the friend that call you and I can sit there and be talking and you probably trying to get me off the phone. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm just running my mouth and we just talking about anything and stuff like that. I'm that friend. So I try to balance it as much as I can, but sometimes it, kind of sways here and there, but I think I do a good job. Now I'm just trying to be more intentional with, I've been so focused on creating that it's like, okay, let's create. But, also don't forget, you got family, my dad's still here. So, checking up on him here and there, and my sister, brothers and stuff like that. Just got off the phone with my brother. So it's, I've always been pretty good with balance. Relationship wise, I haven't been as good, but I'm being more intentional. And, you just got to have, like you say, got to be more intentional with life. And that's what I've been trying to do this whole, be intentional with everything. Yes. Not just music and creativity, with life, with your family, your friends, all that comes together, and it makes it easier when people are, in on it too a little bit, so when people know what you got going on, so they can be supportive for you too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we reach out so much, but we don't really talk and let people know what's going on and let people know what we love to do. We're not, we don't really see, people don't really get to see us in our element, so it's just.
And you never know, like you said, you come up with creative ideas and things like that.
Yeah, I had a homie, he helped me with the Somewhere in Texas cover. Shout out to the homie, man. The Somewhere in Texas cover, he helped me create that. I always let my friends listen to my music before I even put it out, Because if they ain't rocking with it, then I don't think nobody go rock with it, And I respect their musical taste too. So every song you hear,
podcast ideas, I'll put in the group chat like, "Hey, what do y'all think about this?" Yep. And they're like, "I would change this maybe," or explain it a little bit more so we understand. So workshop this and all that.
That's how you're supposed to do it. I sit there, and I involve my friends in the process. I'm like, man, listen to this. I get them. They'll smoke a blunt, and you sit there. I just start playing music and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, this the one, and they be picking the singles for me. So I don't pick none of my singles. I don't pick, I involve everybody in the process, Yeah. That's the way we keep it, you constantly in contact with your peoples,
That's dope. What else we got coming up next for you? Like what's in the works? We still dropping singles and videos every month.
We still gonna be dropping singles. Got a couple more, maybe a few more singles I'm gonna drop before I actually drop a project. Okay. And Man, I'm working on this little small script for this next video. And it's gonna be dope, man.
Yeah, so I know you did like a video or a short story movie like a couple years ago.
Short film. It was in the Oak Cliff Film Festival.
Yeah, that's like, I remember you were promoting that about that. How did that? I never did actually. How did that come about? Man, a friend of mine, he actually went to school. Shout out to Bake, man. Shout out to Bake. Shout out to Chris, man. Franchise. But the homie Bake, man, you know, he actually took up, you know, classes in film and stuff like that. And he's interested in, you know, writing a script, you know. And I'm like, shoot, sometimes when I make songs and I think of videos, I'm almost like ADHD because I think of this, then I think of another way, then another. So, but he wrote it out for me. He's actually in it as well. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he really put that together for me. Yeah, because I thought about that when I watched the shower video. Because in the beginning, I was, just from you mouthing like the curse words, I was like, that's smart. I was like, because you can get away with like having a video by like, you got to read his lips. And you were like, oh. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you were like, oh shit! Well, like boss man getting thrown in the back of the van.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck it.
But yeah, shout out to the Bay. He put that together for me. I let my friends and stuff. You know, I involve them in the whole process, and I think it just makes it more fun. You get more ideas and stuff like that. And I'm not the type of person to just be like, oh no, it has to be like this and that and that. No, well, you got an idea? Well, come on, write the script. We'll write it. We're going to do it. Just like the shower video, the homie, she was like, well, I seen it like this. And we're always aligned. When I have friends, we're always aligned. So when they see the vision, I see it too. So I'm like, yeah, keep going. Yeah, because I've already kind of thought of that. But like I said, I'm so ADHD. I'm on the next song. I'm writing 4 songs at once. I'm thinking of 4 different videos at once. And if one person can lock in on that video, then shoot, all the better, all the merry. Hey, let's go.
That helps you in the end because like you said, you focus on like, hey, I got like 3-4 songs that I'm trying to finish. And like, but I know I want to work on a video for this one song. But like I really don't have time to really think about it. Or like I don't want to be pressured to like try to
it messes up your creativity. When you try to force stuff and rush stuff. So you know, hand it over to people that do, and that's giving away. You know, giving freedom to other people too. You know, because some people want to create. They might not want to rap. They might not want to sing, but they might want to write a script. You know, and I think it's just about empowering each other. Because all my friends are creatives. All my friends are creatives. So in some kind of way, you know, so to be able to work with them and like kind of use them as my, you know, my team, and they don't even know. You're like, oh yeah, he's my creative director right here. He's doing this, he's doing that. You know, he's basically playing like a little, you know, A&R and stuff. You know, sending me beats. Oh yeah, I like that beat. I like, you know, they A&R'ing for me. They write the script for me. So it's dope, man. I love it, man.
Oh yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah. So you said you might have a project coming on. You got any names?
I do. I have projects coming up, man. I got so much music. I've been working with different producers. A couple, about 3 producers. Shout out to Chris Carter. He's out here. He's from Mississippi.
I met him at that show I went to last year.
Yeah, Chris Carter. We got so much music on the way. He's a dope, like I said, dope artist from Mississippi. Makes beats, raps as well. Shout out to Quasar. He made the Zeb beat, and he also made the shower beat. He's from Virginia. Okay. Yeah, he's from Virginia. So we're working on a lot of music as well. It's almost like I got like 3 different tapes from 3 different producers. And Category 5, shout out to him. I just started working with him. Okay. He's in Dallas, and we got some stuff coming up as well.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You working.
Yeah. So it's almost like I'm trying to, I'm not trying, but it's about to be a lot of music coming. I'm way up there in songs to where I can just drop something every day if I wanted to.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
You know, so
it's like if y'all keep feeding these beats to me and I keep eating them up.
That's what I like too, man. It's so many different styles, man. It's the most exciting part of creating right now, having these different types of beats that, you know. And, you know, people from different walks of life, Virginia, Mississippi, Dallas, you know, those are 3 different sounds.
Yeah, because they got their own sounds from like whatever like cities and states they from.
Yeah, so like I said, shout out
like
to
Texas, like if it's a Texas producer, it's kind of like a certain sound, you know, like, oh, that's a Texas producer. That's a Texas beat.
Yep. So you're going to be hearing that. I got a few projects coming up.
Okay.
I'm starting to want to just start dropping maybe 2-3 projects a year, you know, just to keep it rolling, you know, and dropping videos as I keep going along and doing shows. And I think that's just been the formula so far. And I've just been getting a great following, you know, now that I've been releasing a lot of music and stuff like that. Just letting it all out, man. I think as creators, you gotta let it out. Let it go. Give it to the people and keep going.
Yeah.
You know, not just sitting on that one thing. That's what I used to do. Just sit on that one. Nah, keep going. Make another one. And, you know, Huffy got 2 videos. Zeb got 2 videos. You know, Shower might have 2 or 3 visuals. You know, it's just keep creating. You know, that's my thing. Keep creating. That's all I tell myself every day.
All right, cool. So before we wrap it up, where do you see yourself at the end of 2025? What do you want to say that
I see myself established as an artist and a brand. Somewhere in Texas would be, you know, a premier brand in Texas. Mac Roni would be a premier artist out of Texas. And still creating with friends, you know, and family. You know, like my family member, he was in the shower video route, you know, kidnapping the guy, and that was my childhood friend that was getting kidnapped. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think, you know, when I look at people like Adam Sandler, you know, that's how I see my artist career, getting into film and stuff like that. You're gonna see a lot more film related type stuff too, with my music as the backdrop. So when, you know, when I got so much music that, you know, I might use it for this project, you know, and that's why I see myself creating music and art with friends and having fun doing it. You know, like I said, I look at the OGs like Adam Sandler, and that's what I aspire to be right there. Like,
yeah, like I just found out recently, like his wife has had like a role in like all his projects.
See what I'm saying?
I was like,
my girlfriend, she's helped me create with merch. My friends help me create cover art, songs, give me song ideas, song names. I don't even name my songs. Sometimes I let my friends name when they like, hey, you call it that. So that's the true luxury of life, man. To be able to create with your friends, you know? So that's where I see myself in 2025. Creating fans up on the higher level to where now it's like, it's a business, you know? Right now, we're just putting in money into it. But I see us starting to reap the benefits at the end of 2025.
Oh, yeah. Keep working. I know you do it.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to let the folks know before we wrap up?
Yeah. So you can follow me, Mac Roni Music, on IG, Twitter, and Facebook is Mac Roni. Oh, as well as TikTok is Mac Roni Music as well. Somewhere in Texas, somewhere in tx.com. That's where you can get these hats. I got a few different flavors. I got beanies. I will be having like the carpets, you know, the small little rugs, not small, like 3 feet. I have that coming. Check out my new single Shower. Check out FWM. Like I say, follow me and you'll be able to keep up with where we going next, what shows we're doing. We putting on events. So if you're into fashion, if you're into new music. If you're into just having fun, you know, having a good time and not going to the club all the time or going some, you know, you want to do something new and be around creatives in Dallas, you know, follow me. And we got some stuff coming.
Yeah, your events are definitely dope and full of creatives and just a good time, good vibes and all that.
And shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for this interview. This shit hat, man.
Appreciate it, my guy.
You know, I'm gonna keep inviting you out. We gonna have to link up too sometime, man. And
definitely for sure.
Just chop it up. You know, bring your girl. We can do something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know? Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Smilez. This has been the Music MPulse. This is my man Mac Roni.
Yes, sir.
And this is another episode, and we out.
Peace.